Guess what time it is?
Time for backstory!
So, new powers, huh? And apparently there's a lineup of guests for this review already? I think we're going to have a season finale pretty soon. What do you think?
So, computer, have you made a link with the wizard yet?
Affirmative, sir.
Good. Put him on the big screen.
Yes. You're the one they call Malice, right?
Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could possibly tell me about this.
I have long expected a response from you in regards to my inquiry about enlisting the aid of other nasty ne'er-do-wells and doers of evil.
I will give it some thought, but I much prefer to find out more about this before I join any leagues of evil, if you don't mind.
Right, anyhow, down to business. You wish to know more about magic swords? Specifically the one that is in your possession currently, I understand. Yes, a very interesting story about that particular sword. It's one of a set of two, crafted by ancient masters from the era in which I came from. It was ages ago. So far back that only a handful of other wizards out there even recall the incident. And if you happen to see a malachite, he still owes me 5 pence.
I see. Very interesting. Is that all?
So if you would like to help me take down the various heroes out there, I'll leave you to start with Mad Matt.
Ah, so you don't care for the match either. Tell me then, I have a specific idea in mind, which could be a fallback plan. Tell me, can you help me with this?
Just roll the opening credits already.
Down with it. Yes, get on with it! Get on with it!
Thanks. About time. So anyway, our episode today, in honor of Friday the 13th, we got Friday the 13th Part 4 for you. So, plot then. The plot is actually really kind of small. Kids come out to a place where they are renting next door to a mother and her 2 kids. They meet with some twins, and they don't really add anything to the movie except for some further character development later on. And oh yeah, before any of this happens, Jason was carted off from his position in Friday the 13th Part 3 some hours later, and gets into a cooler where you see him breathing. And this is the first scene that has caused lots of fan arguments about details about certain Friday the 13th movies. I tend to be of the camp that believes he was actually still alive and just faking his death up to this point, and that the breath is just a sure sign that, yeah, he's still alive. If you poke him with something, he might actually get up and kick your ass. Anyway, that aside, the plot doesn't really equal up to anything all that deep. However, what does set it apart from the other movies are its special effects, the moody music, and the very well-written characters that continue to develop as the movie continues on. And to be honest, the opening of this film as well as the character Rob tend to show that people outside of the here and now in this film do notice what's going on and are taking specific different actions about what has been going on with Jason and his constant barrage of murders since number 2. Ergo, throwing a hell of a lot more links into what would almost be considered a paper-thin plot in a movie, but at least giving it a little bit of grounding and saying that, yeah, those other things definitely did happen. The music in this movie is some more of Manfredini's great Friday track, setting the dark, eerie mood wherever it goes, picking up when we have action and suspense, lingering when we're not sure what will happen, and even takes a break and sets back whenever other things need to be happening throughout the rest of the film. Well then, this also now brings us up to our characters for this movie. So, line number 2, you're on!
I've always been very fond of the Friday the 13th franchise. In fact, they're not only some of my favorite horror films, but some of my favorite movies in general. And of course, the 4th film in the franchise is of no exception. It's one of my favorites in the series, and I could probably go on and on for hours regarding trivia, my favorite kills, comparing Ted White's performance to Kane Hodder and who's better and all this stuff. But I think I'll go with something that I can just get straight to the point to, and that is the characters in this film. I've always thought that the characters in Friday the 13th Part 4 are more solid than the characters in the other sequels. And in particular, it's Teddy and Jimbo, who are two of the, slasher cannon fodder. Everybody else is just kind of there, you've got the usual skanky character, you've got the party character, the usual people that usually get killed in these kinds of movies. And Teddy and Jimbo have this, the only way I can describe it is when you're actually in a group of friends and you get along with everybody, but you have that one guy or one girl that you get along exceptionally well with, and you develop best friendship with them, and everybody else around you is just kind of there. They're all shooting their own mundane shit, and you're making fun of this guy, or this guy's making fun of you for being supposedly sexually inadequate and stuff, which is what they do. You have Teddy making fun of Jimbo and typing into an imaginary computer that he has erectile dysfunction. The way they talk with each other at the party, and essentially when these characters actually die, you feel really sorry for them. It's actually tragic because you really end up giving a shit about these two. And that's what I think is so great about Friday the 13th Part 4. It really manages to make you care about the characters. And of course, you have Crispin Glover's amazing dance to the song Love Is a Lie by Lion, which is one of the most excellent moments in the entire Friday the 13th series.
Alright, great job, and thanks for coming on to the show. The Cinemasochist, everyone. So now then, these special effects.
Hey, Ted, where the hell's corkscrew?
Ah!
The same magic that the wizard Gargamel used to destroy the Smurf population.
Anyway, some very nice original touches for the new deaths. Lots of great surprise ideas all around. Constantly gets the viewers off guard as to when Jason will strike and what exactly he'll be striking with. And obviously, the special gore could only be done by one Tom Savini, the man who also already previously put the show on the map via the original Friday the 13th movie. The actors, the directing, all great. The script was obviously very well thought out, though changes were obviously made at the very end, and most of them very good. Though there is one change at the very end, which kinda makes me go, no, not really, this should not happen, no. But that's left for the viewers to find out about, and for the viewers themselves to make their own opinions on, to be honest. But yeah, after that final little minute there or so of the film, yeah, you get the feeling that this idea is not made by the brightest of people, and we might be in for a stinker. Which we are with part 5. But, to be honest, this is a very excellent place to stop watching the Friday the 13th series, if you don't want to see everything, even including its highs and its lows. To be honest, this is the highest the original first 4 movies ever got. It's got some great special effects, some very stupendous acting, some very challenging shots, and some really great gore pulled off by Mr. Savini yet again. So if you want just the first real story arc of where this was going, part 4 is a place to stop. And I tend to skip the next one and go right to 6 myself. So, yeah. Despite my wish to skip, I think we're going to still have to do part 5 eventually. But until then, I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.
Good, so you will be needing that after all. I'll send it your way as soon as I'm able to do that.
So you can help me with that, yes. Very good. Yes, I'll give you a league and a thought, Oliver, while I wait for your items. And the wait shall be long enough to help me amass a real army! A powerful weapon, a small army of my own, and even a backup plan. Be ready for me, Matt. I will be coming soon.